Have you ever stopped to think that the way you talk to yourself might be defining the results of your life? Simple words, repeated silently in your mind, have the power to open or close doors. Many times, we don't realize that our inner dialogue works like a code, a silent command that is sent not only to our subconscious, but also to the universe itself. Imagine for a moment how many times, without even noticing, you repeat phrases like, "I can't," "This isn't for me," "It will never work." These words may seem harmless, but every time they are spoken, they create a vibration that echoes beyond your body. The universe, which responds to the frequency you emit, returns situations that confirm exactly what you said. You ask for abundance, but your inner speech is programmed for scarcity. You desire love, but your inner dialogue vibrates in loneliness. You seek health, but your words resonate in fragility. Now, imagine the opposite. Imagine that you consciously decide to change the way you speak to yourself. Imagine that each word becomes a seed planted in your mind, capable of producing fruits of abundance, love, health, and balance. Imagine that instead of limiting commands, you begin sending commands of power. This is where the quantum word technique comes in. This is not just a motivational practice. It is an ancient spiritual technology that today we can understand even more deeply. Everything in the universe is energy, and energy organizes itself into frequency patterns. The words you repeat with intention are like vibrational keys. They not only shape your subconscious, but also create waves that spread into the field around you. The universe, sensitive to these waves, responds in the same frequency. In the next few minutes, you will learn how to use this technique in a simple, practical, and profound way. You don't need hours of study, you don't need complex tools, you don't need complicated rituals. What you are about to learn can be done in just a few minutes a day, and it can completely transform the way you attract experiences, people, and opportunities. Think about it. If for years your mind was fed negative words, and yet you've survived until now, imagine what will happen when you begin feeding your mind with words of power. Imagine the impact of repeating daily a command that not only raises your vibration but also sends a clear signal to the universe. I am ready. I already receive. I already am. That is the promise of the quantum word technique, aligning your inner dialogue with the reality you want to create. Because when you talk to yourself the right way, you're not just talking to your mind, you're talking to the entire universe. Get ready. What you are about to discover here is not a trick, not cheap magic. It is a real, simple, and accessible practice that can open doors you never imagined. Stay with me until the end of this video because today you are going to learn how to speak in a way the universe will hear. Now that you already understand that your words are commands sent both to your mind and to the universe, we need to talk about something essential: negative inner dialogue. You might not even notice it, but most people spend the entire day sabotaging themselves with automatic phrases, repeated in silence, as if they were mantras of self-destruction. How many times have you told yourself, "I'm not lucky. This is too hard. I'll never make it"? These phrases may seem small, harmless, but they carry enormous vibrational weight. Each time you repeat them, your unconscious mind registers them as truth. And worse, the universe, which responds to the frequency of your vibration, sends back situations that confirm those very beliefs. This process is almost invisible. It happens behind the scenes. While you act, work, study, and relate to others, there is a silent voice shaping what you believe is possible. This voice doesn't shout, but it commands. It can stop you from taking bigger steps, block opportunities, and sabotage relationships. And this is how many people spend their entire lives trapped in a cycle. They desire change, but their inner words keep them locked in the same reality. Science already shows us that the brain does not distinguish between what is imagined and what is real. When you say repeatedly, "I can't," your body reacts as if it were true. Your emotions align with that command, and your actions end up following the same direction. The result? You create invisible barriers that prevent your own growth. But here's something few people realize. Negative inner dialogue is not natural. It was learned. Many of these phrases were planted in you by others: parents, teachers, peers, society. Words repeated in childhood became adult beliefs, and without noticing, you kept feeding the same pattern. How many times have you stopped yourself from trying something because the inner voice said, "What if I fail?" How many times have you compared yourself to others and concluded, "They can, but I can't"? How many times did you even recognize an opportunity, but your mind whispered, "That's not for me"? That is the power of negative inner dialogue. It creates an invisible wall between you and your desires, a wall that isn't real, but that becomes solid because you believe in it. The good news is that just as these phrases were learned, they can also be unlearned. Inner dialogue can be reprogrammed, and this is where the quantum word technique comes in. When you change the way you speak to yourself, you change your frequency. And when your frequency changes, the universe responds differently. It's like switching the station on a radio. The songs you hear change completely, even if the external environment stays the same. That's why, before learning the technique, I want you to observe yourself. From today onward, pay attention to the words you use with yourself. You will be surprised at how often you repeat phrases of limitation, and every time you notice it, remember, that is not your truth. It's just an old program that can be rewritten. In the next step, you will discover how to replace this self-sabotaging pattern with a simple and powerful practice. You will learn how a single word can be used as a vibrational key to clear old commands and align your mind with the desires you have always dreamed of manifesting. Imagine for a moment that every word you speak is like a ripple cast into a lake. The surface may seem calm, but the instant a word is spoken, whether out loud or only within your mind, it creates circles that expand farther and farther, reaching places you cannot even see. That is the true power of words. They don't die after being spoken, they travel, vibrate, and continue shaping realities around you. Modern physics has already proven that everything in the universe is energy. Your thoughts are energy, your emotions are energy, and your words are the most direct way to transform energy into frequency. They are keys, vibrational codes that interact not only with your subconscious, but also with the very quantum field of the universe. Think about this. When you repeat, even unconsciously, phrases like, "It's hard," "I can't," "It's not for me," you are sending out waves of limitation. Those waves find resonance in the field around you and bring back experiences that confirm that very scarcity. But if instead you repeat words of power, such as abundance, freedom, now, the vibration you emit is completely different, and what comes back changes as well. This is not just about thinking positively. Positive thinking is surface level. The quantum word is a deep tool. It doesn't merely generate optimism, it resonates within the subconscious and in the energetic field that surrounds all that exists. When spoken with intention, emotion, and presence, a single word can be enough to shift your frequency immediately. Imagine the difference between saying, "I want prosperity," and affirming, "I am prosperity." The first phrase vibrates in lack. It tells the universe that you do not yet have it and are still waiting. The second vibrates in the present, in the already accomplished, in the state of being, and the universe responds to that certainty, not to the distant desire. That is the secret almost no one tells you. The words you choose are like antennas tuning the station of your reality. If you live in the frequency of scarcity, you will hear songs of scarcity. If you tune into the frequency of abundance, the melody of your life begins to change. And don't think you need complex phrases or long speeches. The most powerful words are simple, direct, and charged with emotion. When you say freedom with true intention, it's as if you unlock a door within yourself that had been locked. When you affirm now, it's as if you give the universe an immediate command to manifest. The quantum word is not a metaphor. It is a vibrational key, an energetic password that opens paths that once seemed closed. And in the next step, you will experience how to use this key. You will learn how to speak to yourself in a way that not only changes your mind, but makes the universe itself hear and respond. Close your eyes and allow yourself to imagine that you are standing before a great golden door. This door symbolizes everything you wish to manifest: prosperity, love, health, peace, fulfillment. You don't need to open this door yet. Just know that it is there, waiting for the right command. Take a deep breath, slowly, as if each inhale were a wave of energy entering you. Feel the air fill your lungs, hold it for a moment, and then release it through your mouth, letting go of all accumulated tension. Repeat once more. Each breath is a cleansing, as if you were emptying the mind and preparing the ground to receive something greater. Now, choose a word within yourself. It could be abundance, love, freedom, now. It doesn't matter which one, as long as it awakens a true emotion. This will be your quantum word. Think of it as a secret code, an energetic password capable of opening invisible doors that until now seemed closed. When you pronounce it, you are not just repeating an idea. You are emitting a frequency that flows through your body, your energy field, and expands into the universe. With your body relaxed, begin to repeat the word gently in your mind or in a low voice. Don't rush. Don't do it mechanically. Feel each syllable vibrating within you, as if it were an ancient and powerful sound that has always been present, but that you have now decided to hear. If your word is abundance, visualize rivers of prosperity flowing toward you. If it is love, imagine a wave of pink light enveloping you and expanding until it touches the people and situations you wish to attract. If it is freedom, see invisible chains breaking apart, opening space for a new life. If it is now, feel everything you desire happening in this very moment, as if it were already real. As you repeat the word, notice how a different energy begins to form around you. It is as if circles of light were expanding from your heart, passing through your body, and reaching the space around you. Each repetition is a command, a clear message sent to the universe. You are not asking, not begging, not wishing. You are affirming. You are declaring. You are saying with conviction, "This is already mine. I already am. I already live it." Remain in this state for a few minutes. Let the word fill every corner of your mind. Allow it to sink into your heart, to spread through your body, to take root in every cell. There is nothing more to do, nothing more to think. Just breathe and feel the power of this word shaping your reality from the inside out. When you feel it is time, take one last deep breath and release it gently. Then softly open your eyes, bringing with you the certainty that something has changed. You are not the same as you were 5 minutes ago. The external world may look the same, but inside you, a frequency has been adjusted. And when the frequency changes, the entire universe begins to respond. This is the exercise of the quantum word. Simple, direct, powerful. You only need a few minutes to transform your vibration. And when that happens, the results begin to manifest in your life in ways you could never have imagined. Something extraordinary begins to happen when you turn this exercise into a habit. At first, you feel small changes, almost imperceptible, like a silent relief inside you, a sudden clarity in the midst of chaos, a sense of lightness that arises for no apparent reason. But little by little, these changes expand and become visible in your practical life. The quantum word stops being just a sound you repeat and transforms into a new state of being. You notice, for example, that situations that once seemed blocked begin to open naturally. That opportunity that seemed distant begins to draw closer. The right people show up on your path, unexpected conversations bring solutions you weren't looking for, and doors that once seemed locked start unlocking as if an invisible key had been turned. That key is your new frequency. The practice of the quantum word also works directly on your subconscious. If before it was programmed to repeat old patterns of limitation, now it begins to operate on a new level. That critical voice that used to say, "You can't," starts to quiet down, and in its place a new inner voice arises, firmly repeating, "You can, you deserve it, you already are." This change in inner programming causes your actions in the world to transform as well. You feel more confident, more willing to take bigger steps, more open to take risks and believe you can achieve. Another powerful effect is that the universe responds with synchronicities. Suddenly, you think about something you desire, and soon an opportunity related to it appears. You talk about a dream, and someone shows up offering exactly the help you needed. You begin experiencing moments that seem like coincidences, but are, in fact, clear responses to the new vibration you are emitting. The more you practice, the more these synchronicities become common, until they become part of your everyday life. The impact isn't only external. Internally, you feel a deep peace. Situations that once triggered fear or anxiety no longer have the same power over you. It's as if the word you repeat daily creates a protective layer in your energy, pushing away doubts, fears, and insecurities. You begin to realize you no longer need to chase after everything, because the right things begin chasing after you. That is the magic of frequency. When you are aligned, it's not effort, it's flow. And perhaps the most transformative effect of all is the shift in your identity. You stop seeing yourself as someone who tries and start recognizing yourself as someone who already is. You are no longer a person who desires prosperity. You are prosperity in motion. You are not someone seeking love. You are love expanding. You are not someone dreaming of freedom. You are freedom living in the present. The quantum word doesn't just change your vibration, it changes who you are. And when you change who you are, everything around you changes too. Your energy becomes magnetic, and what once seemed impossible starts coming toward you naturally. People feel the difference, situations reorganize, paths open. You stop fighting against life and begin dancing with it. With each repetition, you reinforce this new state, and the universe, which has always been waiting for your command, finally understands the message. That is the true effect of the practice. You become the conscious creator of your reality. You are no longer a passive spectator, but an active co-creator, able to choose the frequency you wish to live in. And all of this begins with something as simple as a word. If you've made it this far, you've already noticed that something has shifted within you. The simple act of listening, breathing, and mentally repeating the quantum word has already made your energy vibrate at a different frequency. It's as if you updated your mind to a new version, a lighter, clearer version, more aligned with what you want to live. And this transformation isn't temporary. It grows stronger every time you decide to repeat the exercise. I want you to understand something very important. It's not the amount of time you spend practicing, but the intensity of presence you bring. 5 minutes a day is more than enough to reprogram patterns that were built over years. 5 minutes in which you quiet the world around you, connect with your breath, and activate the word of power. 5 minutes that may seem short, but that have the potential to completely transform the way the universe responds to you. Think about it. Every day you devote hours to automatic tasks, often without noticing. Messages on your phone, appointments, worries, rushing around. What would it cost to set aside just 5 minutes to tend to your frequency, to align your mind and heart with the reality you want to create? That's the secret of great transformations. Small daily rituals that, added up, produce massive change. With each repetition, the quantum word goes deeper into your subconscious, replacing old patterns of limitation with new codes of expansion. It becomes an anchor, an energetic password you can access at any moment. If you feel fear, repeat the word. If doubt arises, repeat the word. If discouragement appears, take a deep breath and return to the word. This is your tool, your code, your key to reprogram not only the mind, but your entire reality. And to seal this moment, I want to give you a word that can be used as a definitive anchor. Now. This is the word that reminds you that you don't need to wait for the future to live what you desire. You don't need to postpone, condition, or limit yourself. The power is in the now, because the universe doesn't respond to distant promises. It responds to the vibration you emit in this instant. When you affirm now, you are telling the universe, I already receive, I already am, I already live it. Repeat with me, in your mind or out loud 3 times with the utmost conviction. Now, now, now. Feel how each repetition expands your energy, as if it were a vibrational decree echoing through the universe. Feel how this word dissolves any doubt and replaces it with certainty. The certainty that what you desire is already on its way. The certainty that the universe has already heard your command. The certainty that you are already living at a new frequency. From today on, whenever you need to reconnect, remember this word. Set aside 5 minutes, close your eyes, breathe deeply, and repeat. Make it a habit, a sacred ritual. Because the more you practice, the more natural it becomes. In no time, you won't just be practicing the quantum word. You'll be living in it, breathing it, being it. And before we wrap up, I want to thank you deeply for staying until the end of this video. The very fact that you've come this far shows that you are committed to your evolution. This journey doesn't end here. This is only the beginning. So if this content touched you, I invite you to watch the other videos on the channel. Each one is another step in this process of expansion, abundance, and reprogramming. Don't let this energy stop here. Keep going. Dive even deeper. The universe has already heard your call and now awaits your consistency. So practice, repeat, trust, and never forget. The power is in your word. The power is in your frequency. The power is in the now.